Well, our future really relies on the next generations and our investment that we put in shaping them. Mayor Tammy de Weerd of Meridian is truly making an impact on our youth, and I'm thrilled to have her here and chat about her programs and involvement in Meridian.
Well, I'm thrilled to be here.
Yeah, welcome. We're really happy to have you. So, Mayor, one of the things that's really exciting about Meridian is this investment, as I said, in the future generation that you've been making and extremely passionate about the youth. Why are the youth so important to you?
Well, I got involved because of my kids in our community and the lack of parks, but our community is a community of families, and our youth are our number one priority. Actually, the reason I moved to the city of Meridian was because of our schools. And I tell our schools that they're the reason for our growth. We have ideal schools, and it is all about our kids. So that priority is shown in a number of ways, but most recently we opened the gymnasium for the Boys and Girls Club, and that was a community-supported initiative in raising funds because we lacked space. We had kids on waiting lists and raised $3.5 million in less than a year, and just had our grand opening, and it was a delightful day. All driven by the community and their generosity because they support kids.
Oh, that's marvelous. And this involvement of the community is just great to hear. Have you seen that grow in your tenure as mayor, or has it always been sort of part and parcel of Meridian's character, really feeling strong community?
I think it's grown, but I think it's been affirmed. That everything we do, in fact, in our 2014 survey, it showed that our community wanted to see more programming and more offerings for our kids.
Right.
And so that's been a huge initiative of mine and something I'm solely and solidly behind.
Oh, that's great to hear. So I also understand, in addition to this Boys and Girls Club, you've also helped create this inaugural Meridian Youth Farmers Market. So can you tell us about that? I'm sure our viewers all know what a farmers market is, but when you bring the youth in, how is it different? How is it the same? Can you tell me about it?
Well, the Youth Farmers Market is kind of a response to a community desire to have a farmers market. We had one,
okay,
but it only lasted a couple of years. And in fact, my kids had a booth at it. And I saw the value that it instilled in them in knowing how to deal with a product, how to market it, how to present themselves, how to deal with money, and learn some business strategies behind a hobby. And so this Youth Farmers Market requires that 75% of our vendors are youth. It answers a community desire of having a farmers market, and we're surrounded by successful farmers markets. So this one needed to be unique. So it allows a child to learn about healthy foods, healthy eating, how to grow a hobby into a business, and again, to let our community love on them and help them be successful, in turn answering a community need.
Right. Beautiful. And so they're learning business practices. Now, what about bringing the food to the market? Are they actually growing this in their homes?
Oh, yes,
or are they
it has
obtaining it from farmers, you know?
They need to grow it. It has to be locally grown and or homemade, handmade, because they can have crafts. But we had a preview in last September, and it was very successful. We had 14 youth vendors. My granddaughter was one of them.
Oh, wow.
And it was so cool watching her. She's second grader.
Oh my gosh.
Watching her sell her goods, add up what people owed her, count back the change. I mean, the lessons there were invaluable.
Yeah, I can imagine. Well, you've filled me in with lots of great things you've done. What's next? I mean, do you have anything on your radar for the future here? Exciting plans?
Well, a program we just started in our elementary schools last year was Mayor Tammy's Walking Club.
Okay.
And so we had 12 elementary schools that participated. In those schools, we had 6,900 kids, and they walked almost 14,000 miles. That's
a lot
7
going
times
back
around the world.
Sure, yeah.
And it gets me out into the schools. It helps me to interact with them. They inspire me.
Right.
And it really teaches them at a young age to learn healthy lifestyles. And I also have a really rewarding program with our teens. It's the Mayor's Youth Advisory Council. My selfish reason for it is I want them to invest in a community that after they go out, they spread their wings, they get their college degree and start their career, that they want to return home to raise their families.
Well, you're definitely creating a great space both for children now and for future generations. It sure seems that way. I'm going to spend more time in Meridian.
Well, you'll need to.
Will you have me in your office for a visit?
Absolutely. There's plenty things to do.
Well, thank you, Tammy, for visiting us on Our Voice. It's been an honor and a pleasure.
Thank you.